Hi, this is Stephanie from Tomatoes House of Rock, and I'm going to show you how to play dominant 7th chords. Like pretty much everything else, especially chords on the piano and scales, there's a formula, and once you know that formula, you can basically play a dominant 7th chord anywhere on the keyboard. So what we're looking for is a dominant 7th chord always has a major 3 in it. So you just have your regular major triad. If we were to start in the key of C, I'd have C, E, G, just a simple C major chord. The interesting part is when we add in the 7. The way to find the 7 is actually go up to the C above it, and then you're going to go a whole step down. So if you guys can see on the keyboard, B would actually be the very next direct note down, which would only be a half step. We need to go a full whole step down. And that's actually where it gets its name, the dominant 7th, from, because if it was just a straight up pure major 7th, would have that sound. So to make it dominant, we have to flat the 7, which again, you can always just find a whole step down from your root note. So here is the sound of a dominant 7 chord in root position. There it is all at once. C, E, G, B flat, which we can also call 1, 3, 5, and 7. So let's just try the formula somewhere else, just see what it looks like. Let's try an A. So first rule is that I need an A major triad. Okay, so there's just my A major, nice and simple. And now I'm going to find the 7th again by going up to the next highest A and down a whole step. So skip that one so we get a full whole step there. And we put that G on top. And so there it is, our dominant 7th sound. So once you've got that formula down, it's really worth it to become really comfortable with knowing the notes that make up this chord. So if we go back to our C dominant 7, I can see in here that I've got a C, E, and G, and also the B flat. Because once we know the makeup of the chord, we can start to move it around and change the order, which really comes in handy if you're moving through chords really quickly, or maybe if a chord sounds like if I was to play a C7 down here, it's really muddy. Even if I come up here, it's not bad, but it's still a little bit darker than I'd want it to be. So I don't want to necessarily go all the way up here because that might get in the way of the soloing. So what you can do is, let's just start on the 3rd note up. So I'm just going to basically take the C and put it on top. So now I've got the E, the G, the B flat, and the C, which can also be called the 3rd, the 5th, the 7th, and now the 1 is on top. And that's actually a really great sound for blues and funk. Whenever you have a 7th chord or even a triad, when the root's on top, it's a really nice sound. Here you can hear it in the right hand too. It just really helps you let you know what the chord is when you hear the 1 on top like that. It also happens to be much more comfortable position if we've got the 3 on the bottom. You don't have to stretch so far. And you can keep taking this concept, you can just keep going up all the notes in the dominant. So maybe now I'll start on the G. So I'd have G, B flat, C, and E, which would be our 5, 7, 1, and now the 3 is on top, which is a different sound. And it can come in handy depending on what chord you're going to next. That's how you play a dominant 7th chord.